Hi, it's Jonathan here, DJ Puff the Third. Who's that red-faced man? What's that background? Oh, it's my ceiling in the living room. Yes, some people may know that I went to a British Cactus and Succulent Society Bromley branch meeting last night, and I came away with a few plants. As per usual, wasn't feeling too great, but I came home and I went on to Dr. Fox after I had to get some rest. And I mentioned that I'd been out, and people go, "Oh, you got some cactuses," and people were a bit curious. So I thought I'd do a short video of the plants that I got last night. So I'm going to do it the Finn Vince way, which is basically drag something into the frame or hold it and then talk about it. Well, I won't know too much about the plants because I've only just got them, but hopefully someday, if I'm feeling well enough, I'll try and do this with some of my bottle collection as well. The best of. I really want to do it, but we'll just have to see. But we'll switch it round and then we'll take a look at what I came back with last night. Right, we're going to use this as a background. And now we're going to drag my first plant down. And what do we have? We have a Adromiscus, which is not a cactus, it's a succulent plant. An Adromiscus. These are in a black pot. They're very easily, zoom out. These are very easily propagated. A plant like this, Adromiscus, you can pull them apart, separate them into their own pot. Granted, in this camera view, they look a lot greener than they do in reality. So the phone is making a good job of greening this up. It's quite dingy in the living room at the moment, even though it's south facing. But yes, an Adromiscus succulent plant. I'll stuff that over there. The next one, this was a raffle prize, and it's a Phylocactus, Thelo cactus, Phylocactus. I should imagine, looking at it, it's Rinconensis, Rinconensis, Phylocactus rinconensis. They do have white flowers. And that's in a reasonably sized pot. It's not a big plant, but it's a medium sized plant. Oh, look, a cactus! Look, there's a cactus! And whoa, 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 whoa. That might be Martin Miles' new project in the background. Hello. There's Esma Florine. Come to say hello. Checking out the cactuses. And now we'll take a look at another one. Sorry, my leg's in the way. This is a little one. I've got a little one, a Gymnopolysium. I've already got a big one that I've had quite a few years, maybe since the early 2000s. And this is Gymnopolysium Gibossum Ferrox. I've got a Gibossum, but not Gibossum Ferrox. Really need more light, to be honest, but Gymnopolysiums were always one of my favourite cactuses back in the day. And I started growing them in about it's hard to say. I had my first cactus about 1991, but I think I joined the BCSS in 1993. Right, we've got two here that are the same. Well, not the same plant, but the same genus. And what we have here, this is what I always search up on the weather when we get to South America on Dr. Fox 2000. And this is what we call a Copaiapoa. Yes, this is a Copaiapoa. And it's a very, very spiky one. No, I don't know the variety name of it. But this is, I'm getting into Copaiapoa for quite a while now. That and smaller agaves. I like smaller agaves. But yes, Copaiapoa. And this is an old plant. This is a pretty old plant. Nice green, black and white spination. And these in South America, Copaiapoa is literally on the extreme west coast of Chile. The extreme west coast of Chile. And the only water they get is at certain times of year, El Nino, and they blow up rain and fog basically. So that is supposed to be the only rain that a Copaiapoa will get. Oh, we've got another one here. This is in a terracotta pot. You see my gangly legs in the way. And we have another Copaiapoa. Yes, we have another one. This one has a label. Humilis. Copaia humilis. Taugitalis. No, Tautalensis. Copaiapoa humilis. Tautalensis. And to be honest, I think that Copaiapoas are fascinating, even though you'll only see them at their best in habitat, really. If you look at them in books or online, look up Copaiapoa. Some of these, they make up massive clumps, big clumps, and they're not a small plant either. So if you're in a place like Copaiapoa in Chile, at the coast, you'd see massive mounds of these Copaiapoas around, literally, and they're as big as you, if not bigger. So it's well worth looking that up on the internet. Copaiapoa or Copaiapoa, Chile, and the landscapes and the plants in the landscapes are just incredible. We've got one more. This is the biggest one, and this is very similar to my four-headed plant that I got back in the early 90s, maybe my earliest ever cactus. That ended up a four-headed, probably a rhodantha, but this is supposed to be Pringlei, Mammillaria Pringlei. Look at the size of this one. Oh my God. It's huge. But this is a single-headed, it's almost columnar in form now. Mammillaria Pringlei. I think it needs repotting, putting into a better pot, and then I can use that pot for something else. But wow, what a plant. That is huge. That equals the height of my four-headed one, but this is a solitary plant, so this must be as old as mine. But as you can see, the spination on this are longer, much longer. And I think Pringlei the yellow spines can get longer than this. So yeah, they're very similar to Rhodantha, Mammillaria Rhodantha. This is Mammillaria Pringlei. You can see it's still got a few buds on the top. And Mammillarias, they always flower in a circle around the top. So yeah, wow, that's a good sized plant, that. So we got an Adromiscus. It's Adromiscus. Adromiscus. We've got a little Gymnopolysium, Gibossum. We've got a Phylocactus, probably Rinconensis, Thelo cactus, Rinconensis, Rinconensis. We've got two different Copiopoa. That's a nice dark body with black and white spines. And we got another one here, Humilis Tautelensis or something like that. And I'm sure I've already got one of these actually in the greenhouse over the plot. And yes, we've got a Mammillaria Pringlei. But I think what we'll do, we'll stuff this on the table and we'll take a look at what's behind me, because I do have plants in the gaff behind me, although the majority are at the allotment. We'll stuff these over here for now. Oh, right. Yeah, it's still a bit gloomy in here. And we'll swing it round and we'll take a look at what's here. Oh, there's quite a few plants here. Not as many as there was. But we have the mother-in-law's tongue here, Sansevieria. We've got a few of them. And as you can see, this one did actually flower. And I thought it was going to flower again. But what it's actually done, I took cuttings off of it. And it's actually produced these stems with new plants on. So the growing point had died, obviously, gone, and become a flower. And it's produced new double growing points on this Sansevieria cylindrica. And that is one of the cuttings. I'm hoping it's going to break the surface at some point. Down here we have a Oreoceros celsianus, a double-stemmed Oreoceros celsianus. And this, I got this in 2001 when I was still working, and it was a single stem. Something went wrong. I took it over the allotment. It either rotted off at the base or something, and then I repotted it or planted it, and then it doubled up. So we've got a twin-stemmed Oreoceros celsianus. This is a Gymnopolysium. The chlorophyll free, not alcohol free, chlorophyll free. I had a nice big purple one, and the cleaner knocked it down and the top came off. I tried to regraft it. It was successful, but it was hanging on by nothing. And then it fell off again, so I got rid of it. A little Haworthia venosa. We've got a little Echeveria here, albicans. So we've got Haworthia and an Echinocerius. We've got this is a Selenocerius grandiflorus here. Selenocerius grandiflorus snaking its way down. In the pot, this is a Mammillaria. Might be compressor or Cavendish. It could be compressor. I always thought it was Cavendish, but this is split in two, and what it's done, it has dichotomously branched. It needs putting it in its own pot, to be honest. There used to be a Euphorbia Obesa, but it didn't like the dark, and when I watered it was damp, and it just... We have another... This is a Gasteria variety. It needs a drink. That's a problem when they're underneath, they don't really get the water. But that's a Gasteria. It's very light, needs a drink. Euphorbia Obesa. This is a Euphorbia Obesa, but I grew this in 2006 by seed, and it's done very well. SG06. You can see on the label that it's actually SG seed grown 06 Nash's Garden. So it's a Euphorbia Obesa. We've just got a few more cylindrica sansevieras there. This here is actually a dragon fruit, a Hylocereus, and this was given to me, and it's here as well. This is a dragon fruit. Another Gasteria here. This is Doriniae, and I took that to the last branch meeting and put it in. I think I got second place for it. And Echinopsis. We've got Echinopsis Gin and Lemon. Oh, this is probably a... I can't remember the name now. Oh, got one over there. Pilosocereus. I should imagine it's a Pilosocereus. Behind that we've got Pachypodium gayi. And this is Mammillaria. I can see the mealybugs got it. Mammillaria Backerbergi Ernestiana. There's a couple of Chamae labivias there. And a Euphorbia horrida. This is a Euphorbia horrida. And another Echinopsis there. This is the replacement purple Hibotan. It's probably going to end up repotted eventually into there, but I don't know when. Got quite a few Christmas cactuses. That one has expired, unfortunately. Sometimes they do that. They just expire. Not enough water, too much water, cold hits them, and you keep replacing them. This is a aloe, probably Ferrox, aloe Ferrox. Yeah, just about see the name on that. That's aloe Ferrox. We got the Saguaro here. I'm pretty sure Carnegie gigantea. Looks like it's reacted to the SB plant invigorator, not in a brilliant way. And this is a Crassula, as far as I know, and it has flowered. And I've got, this is my Pilosocereus Azareus or Pachyclados. It's quite tall now. It's about 2 foot tall almost. You see another Sansevieria there. There's a few other plants in there that have suffered indoors and outdoors, but another Pachypodium. That's actually a pineapple plant, but yet again it's mealybug. Notocactus Lenninghausii. And this is another Adromiscus, but this is a choice Adromiscus. Mariani, little spheroid. Adromiscus Mariani, little spheroid. Maybe it's a hybrid. I don't think so, but I'll shove that in there. And here we have a smaller aloe utahensis or utahmensis. This one did flower early in the year, and it's Astrophytum nudum. Astrophytum. Oh, memory's not good. Astrophytum nudum. There's a little tephro cactus here, subterraneous. Again, that's another plant that needs a drink. As you know, I've not been feeling too great. Astrophytum nudum. And there's a very squishy pebble plant. Not entirely sure what that is. We've got one of the kebab shop geraniums here. It's scented. And we've got a big Ferrocactus hystrix. Now I've had this plant since at least 2006. This hystrix. And I've watered it as much as I can this year. It still sort of marks up at the top for some dumb reason. But I've watered it quite a bit and it has grown. It did puff up, but it's never flowered. There's a closer view of the Chamae labivia. We've got a mammillaria here. I'm not sure if it's Spinosissima umpico. No, it's not. It can't be. I think it's a Spinosissima. I'm not sure which one. And I got that from a flower stall in Wimbledon. But yeah, we've got a few plants here. We've got a Norfolk Island pine here that hasn't done anything for 2 years. And finally, it has actually got some growing points on here, but I need to keep watering it. Everything needs watering. And people think that cacti don't need watering. I mean, that's a tree, but we've got a banana here. Musa acuminata Cavendish Banana. Yeah, Cavendish Banana. So there's a few plants here, just not a massive amount, if you know what I mean. It's a bit dreary in here. It's the time of year, I guess, but I've got close up to some plants. And there's just some general house plants over here. Fern and a lily, calla lily or something, and that come from Mum and Dad's flat, that one. Another one suffering with mealybug. Schefflera umbrella plant there. But I might actually take one of these pachypodiums back to the parents' flat. And this side I have got some of the seedlings of the Notocactus Herteri roseolutus. And I gave away a load of seeds last night. But these need water and they need more light. It's all very well having plants under here, but they all need light. And there's a couple of other plants here. This one here did flower, or it is flowering. It is flowering. And this is a aloe or a Haworthia. I think it's a Haworthia. Very indiscriminate flowers on it, but it's flowering now. It was hiding itself, but that is a Haworthia. Under there, you can just about see it. And it's got 3 stems on that now. And there's another plant at the back there. But yeah, 25 minutes, unbelievable, doesn't it? Time flies. So I showed you the plants that I got in and what few plants that are in my living room in the gaff. But I'm going to end it here because I'm up to 25 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to have trouble uploading it. And I've got to get out as per usual each day. Anyway, I'll end it here. If you want to take a look at particular plants or information, especially look up Capaya Po in Chile very interesting plants and landscapes, and we'll end it here, I think. Bye for now.